In 2008, at the urging of the American Friends Service Committee, the District of Columbia was declared a human rights city by a City Council resolution, the first in the United States. The resolution noted the importance of ongoing discussions among residents and local authorities to identify the issues and inform the actions that could lead to meaningful and positive economic and social change. Since then, several cities and one across the U.S. followed suit, including Eugene in Oregon, Chapel Hill in North Carolina, Richmond in California, Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, and recently the state of Hawaii. A human rights city is a city where human rights are learned, known, and respected consistently. Laws and policies undergo citizen review and are found to be in conformity with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Public budgets are reviewed by citizens and fully support sustainable programs that ensure citizens' full realization of their humanity. Children are taught to practice human rights as part of their school curricula. All citizens are both aware of and conversant with human rights, able and willing to stand up to protect human rights for themselves and each other. To celebrate the 67th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights on December 10, 2016, we would like to look at progress made from a standpoint of DC youth who have been learning about human rights as part of the Human Rights Learning Project of the American Friends Service Committee. Do they view their city as a human rights city? This group of young people from different neighborhoods have embarked in a fact-finding project that will allow them to critically look at how DC is living up or not to the ideal of a human rights city. The following videos present the finding of their work during their summer of 2016. They also hope to present their research as an art exhibit on December 10, 2016, to city officials. The basic approach of AFSC DC Human Rights Learning Project involves using the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a framework to empower DC youths and community members to examine and address social justice issues.
Because Washington, D.C. was America's first city to have a black majority, it came as a shock to many in 2011 when D.C.'s black population dropped below 50% for the first time in more than 50 years. In the past decade, the district lost nearly 40,000 black residents, many driven out by skyrocketing rents fueled by an influx of mostly white professionals to increasingly gentrified neighborhoods.
Because the price of living in D.C. has gone up significantly, a lot of D.C. residents, specifically the African American population, have been moving into Prince George's County, Maryland. The clearest example of this transition is between 1990 and 2000. The population of blacks in D.C. between 1990 and 2000 decreased by 12%, and in Prince George's County increased by 12% between 1990 and 2000.
In 2005, there were 20,900 rental units over $1,500. That number more than doubled by 2012 to 54,800 units. Meanwhile, the district went from having 65,200 units priced under $800 in 2005 to only 35,000 units in 2012, a decrease of over 31,000 units.
Well, like I said, I'm a Marine veteran. A lot of veterans around the United States is homeless, and I done had it ain't all the VA force. I done had I had one time went to federal system, right, and that almost going to the federal system almost wiped out what I did for the United States. You know? And now I'm just fighting for my benefits. But ask not just to better my life, because I don't think about myself. To better all people's lives, and everybody matters, but I think veterans should be taken care of more. Out on the land, there's always possibility of everything. You know, you're in the inner city, so you know, you always got to be mindful of that.
One cause of homelessness is the economic injustice and the way resources are distributed within America, which creates poverty and ultimately homelessness. Another thing is mental health issues. We're putting a lot of our homeless people out on the street because we have closed down some of our mental health institutions. A third. I can't think of a third right now. Those are the only two I can think of right now.
We found that some causes of homelessness are unemployment, gentrification, lack of public housing, and families that go through emergencies or crisis.
I should have known that.
Can I estimate? Like 200.
200?
Yeah.
It's 2,000.
2,000?
I mean, maybe they don't know what to do with them. I mean, this sounds kind of...
I don't think that they really care. I think that at the moment that they're making the most money by getting people, you know, higher classes to move in here, kicking people out. At the end of the day, DC is up and coming. You know how gentrification likes to make it seem like it's better.
I think it's probably more so like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, continue.
An economic issue, probably just like money-wise. They don't, know how they would be able to house the people that has gotten kicked out, or is it just became homeless, or however.
I mean, what do you do when you displace people? I mean,
Yeah, like.
True.
That is actually false. The wait is 6 months.
Wow, that's crazy. And
True. It is actually 40%.
Really?
That's in the
DC.
city. How
The
many?
DC area.
How many?
45,000.
45,000. False.
That is actually true.
Okay. I'm all wrong.
Well,
Article 9. No one should be arrested, detained, or exiled arbitrarily. This means no one should be arrested without a reason. There are many cases in which people are not read their rights and were arrested and this right was violated. Article 9 is important to be followed because people should always know that they have rights as a human being.
It was Saturday night around 9:30ish. Me and my cousin went to the store, and while we were walking to a store, there was a shooting that took place in the alley by my house. We walked through the alley because it was a quicker way to go home. While walking through the alley, the police stopped us. They asked where were we going, asked us what was the address to where we were going, and for our names. So me and my cousin, Quan, were standing there listening to the police. They were talking to us. They said we fit the description that the police had gave out for two people that were in the shooting. They searched us and handcuffed us and sat us on the ground and made us wait until they found out that we were not the suspects in the shooting.
Police killed 986 citizens in 2015. 40% of the killings were black males in the first 5 months of 2015. There were around 400 fatal police shootings. Less than 1% of police officers were charged.
Where my money at?
No, my money home. My money home.
We got him. Man. Let's go. What are you doing?
Today on Fox 5 News, a boy was shot on the Banneker basketball court by a gang member.
All this gun violence needs to stop. We need to be peaceful and nice to each other. Now we have Jordan interviewing the person who took the video.
Hi, my name is Jordan Ford. I'm here with a DC resident who took the video of the crime scene. How did you feel when you witnessed this?
I was scared. I didn't know that he had a gun on him.
What made you report it?
I recorded this because since there was a lot of gun violence going on, I thought that the world should see how bad it was and put a stop to it.
There has been a lot of violence in the neighborhood. Fights, stabbings, and shootings occur with disturbing frequency. A group of kids came together to try to put an end to this problem. They were able to come up with a solution.
Attention everyone. Welcome to the group meeting. Does anybody have any concerns about what's happening in the community?
I think the violence that's been going on with children in our community has gotten really out of hand. I have been witness to fights in the past week, to many fights in the past week, and I think children need some entertainment and educational fulfillment to keep them from the temptation of fighting.
There have been a number of shootings throughout the past week. I think that we need to have a community-based assistance to help discourage those who may be tempted to commit violent acts.
In our neighborhood, I see a lot of homeless people. We should set aside money so they can live better and work to provide mental health care if necessary.
To solve problem of kids fighting, we should have a program they can enroll in that teaches them social skills, assists them with study skills, and gets them out of the neighborhood for fun field trip. I'll be happy to lead this program.
All in favor of this situation say aye.
Aye. I think that those in socioeconomic conditions that breed violence should be provided with low-cost, comprehensive health care and child care from the community in addition to funds from the state. They could register to get these types of funds and be given access to affordable housing.
All in favor of this system say aye.
Aye.
There should be a system where homeless people can register for donations, and each community meeting there should be a place where people can donate to the general fund.
All in favor of this situation say aye.
Aye.
Things have been better in the neighborhood. There have been fewer fights and shootings, and the less fortunate have been able to better their situation through better funding.
When I walk into my school, I feel scared. Police circling the school, and they make us feel like we're criminals and untrustworthy. When I walk through the metal detectors, I feel violated. When the police bring guns to help at a middle school, we become scared of them. I think they want us to be scared so we don't do anything bad. I think teachers should be helping since they make sure everything is okay and will support us. They're the ones who knows us best and will make us feel safe.
While I walk into school, I feel like I'm going to the county jail. The police around my school and the security guards patrol the halls inside. I don't feel comfortable in my school community. I feel like they are just watching and waiting for somebody to do something, and when they make one wrong move, the police and the security guards will gun them down like criminals in the street. When I walk into school, I feel like I'm being violated. Security guards, staff, and teachers look at me, my friends, and other students suspiciously, even though we haven't done anything wrong. They check our bags and purses and make us leave stuff in the teacher's area because they think we would do something to harm other people in the school. When security does things to make us feel scared or violated, the staff and teachers don't believe us and do nothing to stop it. I really want to change in our schools. I want change because schools should not be a place where we feel unsafe because of the actions of a very small fraction of our community. Please help change these terrible, scary situations. I want a better environment with safety and protection. We should only have police or security guards when there is an emergency. We are students, not criminals, and shouldn't be trained like them.
One morning when I came into school, a security guard told me, you're late, go to the office, even though I was coming in right on time. Later that day, there was a big fight, but the security guard didn't do anything. The police officers harassed us on the little things and ignored the big things. Kids at my school sometimes want to speak to the police officers, but their guns and intimidating manners makes them scared. The cameras in my school must not work. Maybe there's just there to scare people because they never see the actual problem and no one intervenes to fix them. I feel that the security in our school is there to police us, but not to help us.
When I walk into school, I feel like I'm entering a danger zone. This isn't my safe space or my learning environment. The school has a security desk, metal detectors, and security guards at the entrance. When they make me turn in my phone, I feel uneasy because if something happens, I won't be able to contact my parents to notify them. When fights do break out in school, they just send the kids home and don't do anything to find out what happened. This is why they can't stop fights. I don't feel like my school is safe because of the security and police. I think they should only have the police respond when it is necessary because otherwise they militarize the school and the people involved. I believe that school administration can and should be able to handle this and make the school safe for us. At the end of the day, security dogs don't do anything to meaningfully prevent violence. I think that the police should only be in school if it is an emergency. If this can work for most schools in the country, it can work for us. We do not deserve to be treated unequally.
People out here struggling, trying to get some money for the fam. People out here working, but they ain't getting what they deserve. People out here gunning, cause they ain't got nothing to do better. They ain't got nothing to do better. They ain't got nothing to do better.
Article 23 states that we are all equal. Equal pay for equal work. Please don't despair in my people. Their employees, unfair treatment of employers is illegal, could be legal. But I know you're trying to make your money, just don't be deceitful. And I hope we all can cooperate and stay peaceful. And I want y'all to stand with me, don't be hypocritical. This situation is political, and unforgivable. Yeah, they probably want me to drop it, but I will not let it go until just hours are resolved and we can afford the metro. All that I'm asking that you put it into action. This world is going round, but the people are distracted. Poverty should have been extinct since human rights were enacted. People out here crying, cause nobody seems to understand discrimination. Our rights are being violated. Our rights are being violated. Our rights are being violated.
Dreams are things that can exist, but the people don't want reality. USA is gunning for the people, but the job's gonna burn in flames. Human rights is so critical. Number 23 isn't being treated right. We need equal pay, no discrimination. Maybe make our own organization. Everybody needs a little cash to stash in their little personal bags. Give us what we deserve. We all humans on earth. We need human rights equality. People out here struggling, trying to get some money for the fam. People out here working, but they ain't getting what they deserve. who are proud to be alongside the purified nationwide. Y'all believe it's justified, well you're disqualified for being satisfied despite the homicides that are set aside. You're really thinking that we're side by side? You should be terrified. Man, these rappers ain't flowing, they're just spitting by the riverside. I'd rather be amplified by the fireside than strike near side my distant allies. But since we still face a sense of apartheid, Mandela's wisdom is gonna provide. And watch me and these rappers collide.
I ain't worried about
Now back to the story, cause I feel it's mandatory for those with the common morning glory. I pray to the lost souls who have come before me and who fought for my territory, just to be betrayed by these lazy geeks. Mr. Let my money speak, Mrs. Check out my physique. I'm starting to remember why I was so impatient to bring justice to segregation, plus the devastation that mutated and left a crumbled nation. Felt like prehistoric animation, watching augmentations of the vibrations that kept it activated. Left with no choice or no time for evacuation. No need to try cooperation between the people. You try to drain corrupted souls, repossess the demon. All it takes is one leader of a myth to mix the bloodstream with this. Man, I prefer to be isolated than become replicated of this transformation. But I gotta stay calm, cause I know T-Road gon' flow, gon' grow and overthrow. And I can't bring myself to choose another road, cause it's
people out here crying, nobody seems to understand.
I've only become well-informed and insightful because of the failures in my past experiences. Just remember, we hold the power to define existence and create better versions of ourselves at any given moment. Our mission is to nurture the genes of children so that they may rise and become this world's hope.